Welcome to video 9, everyone, in our ongoing series of PSI/CPT Guru Bootcamp. Today we're going to discuss a couple of questions that PSI has pulled out of old textbooks, not new textbooks. This is one of the few times in life you're better to use an old textbook than a new one. Now, let's begin with this first question. The question says, the removal of blood or other potentially infectious materials on an item's surface and the removal of visible debris or residue such as dust, hair, and skin. It's kind of a long question. It's very, very specific. I'm going to read it again. Hopefully you'll stop this video and write it down. Okay. The removal of blood or other potentially infectious materials on an item's surface and the removal of visible debris and residue such as dust, hair, and skin. And it gives you the choices: sanitation, disinfection, decontamination, or sterilization. Sanitation, disinfection, decontamination, or sterilization. Now, if you guessed decontamination, you're correct. Okay? The removal of blood and other potentially infectious materials on an item's surface and the removal of visible dirt or residue such as dust, hair, and skin is decontamination. Now here's the problem. If you're in this book, it came out back in 2012. Now that's a while ago, but interestingly enough, some schools are still selling it to their students and charging full price, even though you can get it on Amazon for about $25. This is a 2012 edition. It tells you in this book, decontamination, on page 73. Now, if you're using this book, 2016, it tells you on page 70, decontamination. If you're using the Barber book from 2017, it tells you on page 82, decontamination. Here's the problem. If you're using one of the newer books from the last 4 or 5 years, the Foundations book, it doesn't tell you anywhere. So you're using the latest book and you think to yourself, I'm using the best, newest book there is, I should be ready. Strangely enough, you're not. This book doesn't give the definition of decontamination, but PSI has gone to an old book and found it. So this is the problem you're going to face with PSI questions. Now, another question, which you would think would be unique to cosmetology students, since it's not found in the Barber book, but it is found in the Barber exam. It says, salon AHA exfoliants used in skincare, facials. Barbers do have a chapter on facials. Barbers will be tested on facials. Unfortunately, this particular question on facials is not in the Barber book. It's on the Barber PSI exam. It says, salon AHA exfoliants have an upper range of blank percent. Salon AHA exfoliants have an upper range of blank percent. And the answers are 10, 20, 30, and 40. And the answer is 30. And unfortunately, you can only find it in the 2016 cosmetology book. Not the Barber book, not the newer cosmetology book. 2016 cosmetology book on page 777, it says as clear as can be, the salon AHA exfoliants have an upper range of 30%. Now I've just given you 2 questions common on both tests, Barber and cosmetology, that you cannot find in your textbooks. Where you can find them is this book. This book comes in the mail, takes about 2 or 3 days. It has every question that your state has asked so far this year. Now this book is updated every 3 or 4 months. So if your friend gave you a book from 4 years ago or 11 years ago, it's not going to work. The questions are not the same. If the questions were the same, everyone would be getting a passing score by this point. And there's a reason that half the students or more fail the test every single day. Because people studying from their friend's book years ago, their brother's book, their sister's book, it's not the same questions. This book is upgraded every 3 or 4 months to match the current questions on the test in your state. Now, behind me you can see a lot of boxes. These are boxes full of these books. We generally order these every 3 or 4 months to keep current with the newer questions. About 400 or 500 every time we order. Now recently, because sales have been so heavy, we doubled the order to 1,000. We have all these boxes. This is what wouldn't fit in the supply room. This is the excess boxes. And we're going to try to offer these to you at a discount price. Now, this book normally retails for $59.95, plus $10 shipping through the post office. Seems like a lot, I know, but the post office charges $9.98 to ship this book to you. So roughly $70 between the book and the shipping. Now, if you want to pass your test, that's the way to go about it. You'll get all these questions we talk about, plus many we don't even have time to talk about. You'll get all the questions from your textbook, a 1,100-page textbook we put into less than 100 pages for you. Now, if you really want to be serious to pass your test, you might want to think about taking private tutoring. It's done through your phone, depending upon your phone, FaceTime or WhatsApp. It's $200 for the course. There's 6 or 7 sessions, depending if you're Barber or cosmetology, 6 or 7 sessions. You and the instructor, live, one-on-one. You can take your textbook and write down everything. Now, if you really want to pass the test, you want to get the one-on-one training, and you want to get a copy of this book. Now, if you would do that, it would cost you like $270 in total. But we got a great discount because we ordered 1,000 books this go round. We're going to pass the discount to you. You're going to get a 25% saving. So those of you who are kind of challenged in math like me, 25% of $270, right, brings you down to about $190. It's the total. You get 6 or 7 sessions, private instruction, and the book, $190. Just give us a call, 760-534-4434. You can visit us online to purchase the book at www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. You cannot take advantage of this offer on the company website because someone here in the office needs to speak with you and book your training sessions, a schedule that works for our instructors and you. So give us a call, 760-534-4434. Take advantage, save $60. Now, a final point here. Nationally, the pass rate for barbers is 35%. Cosmetologists, 50%. That gives you an average across the board around 45%. Now, when you think about how much money it costs you to pay the state board for your test, to pay PSI or Pearson VUE or whatever testing company you use, given that the average student in America takes the test 4 times, that gets to be a lot of money. Okay? Now, if you don't want to give the state and PSI $400 or $500, give us a call, take our private training, take advantage of them, save $60 of your own money, get the book and the private training. 760-534-4434. Thank you.